I'm unboxing this Ninja Foodie Professional XL food processor. Here's the box that it came in from FedEx. It was just over 20 pounds. It was ordered from Bed Bath & Beyond, and it took about 4 days to arrive. Here it is, and I'm gonna take it out of this box and see what we got. Here we have the box, and this looks like an impressive machine here. I'm gonna read what it says on the top, a couple of the features. 1200 peak watt motor, 12 cup precision processor bowl, nesting 4.5 cup work bowl, and chopping blade assembly, XL feed chute and 3-part pusher, small, medium, and large, chopping blade assembly, dough blade assembly, adjustable slicing disc, reversible shredding disc, storage box, and inspiration guide. All right. By the way, this food processor is replacing a vintage late 70s Cuisinart that my mother bought, and it lasted over 40 years. It just died last month, and my mother always said, get something good and you usually get what you pay for, and certainly got our money's worth out of that thing. All right, here we go. Looks like one of the bowls, and these blades here. I'm not going to touch that right now. I'm not in the mood to cut myself. Those things are really sharp usually. All right, so what else we got in here? Oh, so this is the storage box. So I am usually a pretty good consumer, and I looked on a couple websites, and the models they had on another website, I'm not going to give the name of the other place I looked on, but the price was $137 on the other website, but it did not include this storage box. They wanted 20 bucks more for this storage box. So my final price on Bed Bath & Beyond was $127, which included this and free shipping. So this is really good to store all your blades and your attachments so that they stay neat wherever you have them stored, and you're not going to be cutting yourself hopefully on these blades. So here's a couple of the attachments here. That's a really nice storage box. Alright, okay, looks like, alright, this might be the dough attachment. I'm not positive, but we're gonna keep unboxing this here. But this is what you get in the box. Another reason I chose this model was it has a 1200 watt max motor on it. So I don't think for the money I did too bad at all. Originally I didn't want something this big, but some of the smaller ones, the wattage isn't as strong as this. And this is a lot lighter than some of the Cuisinarts that I saw also. That's one of the reasons I also chose this Ninja. Also, I have a Ninja coffee pot and a Ninja Foodie XL grill, which I've been very happy with too. So I've been pleased with all my Ninja purchases so far, and hopefully they will all last long. My coffee pot certainly has, and I've had my XL grill for maybe almost 2 years now, I think. So it's held up pretty well. So I'm gonna have to read some of the manuals for this, I guess. Here's the base. It's definitely not as heavy as my old Cuisinart. That thing weighed a ton. So it's wrapped up in plastic. Oh, it has some sticky suction cups on the bottom. Alright, that's everything in the box. Let's have a good look at the box. Okay. Here's everything you get. Instruction books. I'm going to read up a little bit on this and maybe give a little demo in my kitchen. I read the manual for the Ninja and I washed all the parts today in hot soapy water, being very careful with these blades. They're very, very sharp. So a couple things I want to make note of is this storage box here. It's a pretty large box in itself. Okay, so you have these compartments in here that hold the two disc blades. I removed this because the small nesting bowl, I can fit the small nesting bowl and the two metal cutting blades here and the dough blade in here. Whereas if I had that in there, I would not be able to fit them in there. This thing, I'm trying to reduce the amount of space I take up here because I don't have a lot of room in my kitchen. So, all right, so I'm gonna do a little demo on this here. Here's my 12 cup bowl here. It's big unit. And this thing isn't too hard to get going. Okay. So I'm gonna install the blade. And actually, I am going to put this in here. So I'm gonna install this little spindle attachment. All right. Now this thing is adjustable right here. The blade, see that? Now I apologize about the light in my kitchen. It's not the best lighting in here, but so this is an adjustable blade here. When you get it out of the box, it's right here. It's on S, which is storage mode. You don't want to have it on that. So I'm going to adjust it to about 3. Okay, there's an arrow over here, and you line up the number. All right. Put that on. Okay, now in order for this food processor to run, you have to have this top on here. Okay. So in here, theoretically, you're supposed to be able to fit bigger vegetable items. All right. And over here, you can put this in and put your smaller items in. Okay. So I have a tomato here. Let's try doing a tomato in here. All right, that doesn't quite fit in that opening. So I'm going to take that out. All right, I'm going to put this on disc. Here we go. That's not working too good. All right, let's see. Let's see how that worked. Let's check that out. All right. It kind of squashed some of it up. Maybe that's too thin. Let's try again. I'll adjust this to make it a little bit. I had it on 3. All right, I'll put it on 5. How's that? We'll give that a try. Trial and error. Okay. Take that out. We'll lock that up. Squeeze that tomato in. Let's see how this one works. Push her in. I'm gonna put it on disc. There we go. Oh yeah, that seems like it worked out a lot better. That worked out better. Let's see. Oh yeah. So let me take this out. See, the ones on the top are the ones that I just did. The first ones were too thin. These came out nice. Okay, that's beautiful. Look at that. Man, that was pretty good. Very nice. Look at that. Nice sliced tomatoes. Cucumbers. That's a pretty good slice right there. Excellent. I'm learning as I go too. Cucumbers and tomatoes. I think I did a pretty good job after I got the blade to the correct setting. Here's an onion thrown, cut right in half. Let's see how it works. Okay. So I'm going to put this on chop. Okay. All right, there's still a couple chunks in there, so I'm gonna do it again. All right, let's see how that worked out. Oh, that's a nice chop right there. It's almost minced. Oh, look at that. I couldn't do that by hand. That finely minced, that's for sure. Usually I chop onions by hand, but it's pretty nice. Next thing I'm gonna do is make some of this cocoa cashew nut butter that was in the recipe book included in the Ninja. So this looks really easy and delicious. So I'm gonna give it a try. Alright, so I have the big bowl installed here, and now I'm going to put the little nesting bowl right in here. So there's an arrow right here. I'm going to line it up with an arrow over here, up here. And it goes right in. Okay. Now the little spindle goes in, and the nesting bowl blade. That goes right in. And the spindle comes right through the little hole over here. Okay, so I have a cup and a half of 1.5 cups of roasted cashews. So it says to install the nesting work bowl, and I'm gonna add the cashews. Okay, and now it says to install the lid. That's very simple. It locks right into place. Okay, and now select puree. So I'm going to turn the power on and select puree. So now it says when it's complete, scrape down the ledge and sides of the bowl, removing the blade underneath to get underneath if necessary. Let's see what we got in here. All right, that doesn't look too bad. I don't think I have to remove underneath. It wasn't really stuck too much to the side. So now it says to repeat this step 2 more times for a total of 3 runs. So here we go, puree. You see it starting to stick to the side of the bowl a little bit. Okay, that's complete. Look how it's starting to clump together a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna open this up here. All right, and this is what I got inside. Tells me to do a one more run here. Let's see what it does here. So puree. All right, so it's been on 3 runs of puree. Look at that. That looks good. All right, the next step. Okay. Add the remaining ingredients and select pulse for 5-second intervals. And process until all ingredients are evenly combined, about 30 seconds. Okay, pulse for 5-second intervals. All right, I'm gonna scrape that down a little bit and maybe add a little more coconut oil. Okay, this is what I got in here. Let me give it a taste and see what it tastes like and how the consistency is. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, there's my cashew butter. It has a pretty good consistency. Yeah, that's not bad at all. And the taste is very delicious. Yeah, that's really good. Good recipe. All right, here's a couple things I did with the Ninja. I sliced up some tomatoes and cucumbers. And over here, I chopped up some onions, minced onions. And I made this delicious cashew butter. That came out really good. It's excellent, actually. The recipe that was included in the Ninja. So that's the little demo of the Ninja. I hope it proved useful to you, and I enjoyed testing it out for the first time. Of course, I'll learn more as I go along. Always have fun in the kitchen.